Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's video is all about the XHP Flash that I'm going to apply to my BMW 435D F32 2016. I've just a little bit of backstory on this. I have already got the Alpina Gearbox Flash, but I've decided to use the XHP. A couple of reasons. Key reason is that the Alpina Gearbox Flash does not increase any line pressure and basically doesn't allow for additional torque in third and sixth gear, which is what the XHP Flash does. Because this car has been tuned stage 2, it's kicking out 800 Newton meters of torque, which is fine for the gearbox, but BMW being overprotective, they stop it. I think it's about 700 Newton meters is where it stops. Might be around 700, 750. But definitely, even in full manual mode, accelerating in sixth gear, it will automatically change quite early as well. It'll quite early change into seventh gear, which is kind of a bit off-putting when there's plenty more torque underneath that the car can cope with and the gearbox can cope with. So I'm going to apply that. One of the good things about the Alpina Gearbox when I had it done years and years ago was that it showed you the gear that you were in on the display, which I'll overlay in a second. But I'm going to obviously retain that, which is great. One of the annoying things about the standard stock BMW display was that it just had D and there was no drive, as in 1 to 8 as the gears, which is quite useful knowing what gear that you are in. So I'm going to retain that, which is good, and a few other things as well. So I might as well put the stage 3 map on. So just very quickly, you need to purchase the map pack, and also you need to the flash license. So there's a flash license. There are two things you need to purchase: a flash license and then a map pack. And the map pack is specific to either 6-speed, 8-speed, or the DCT for the M cars. So you need to do that and go through. I've already got those. I'm just going to then connect. A couple of other things as well regarding connection. A bit of a tip as well. I'm going to use the ECU cable. So leaning forwards, ECU cable, which, to be fair, I've got anyway to connect my laptop. So a Windows laptop straight into it. You can have a dongle that's Bluetooth or wireless. Pair that up with your phone, either Android or iOS, or, as I say, have a Windows machine and connect that way. So the application runs on those 3 platforms, and obviously with the multitude of connections. Now what you can do is you can actually connect, you can actually create an account with XHP and download the application for no cost. So what I'd suggest you do is you do that, you acquire whatever connection device that you're going to use, connect it all up, and what it will do free of charge is it will actually read the gearbox, and it will read the VIN number, and it will confirm, and it will actually give you the health of the gearbox as well, which I would strongly recommend, because if the gearbox has been pushed a little bit and hasn't been serviced and maintained and looked after, there are certain parameters, there's some numbers in there about the number of milliseconds of delay for each gear. So each clutch, there's 2 clutches on the 8-speed, each clutch for the gears alternate odd or even numbers. So you've got to look at that to make sure that it might need a little bit of TLC on your gearbox before actually putting this on. But the main thing is that make sure that whatever devices you've got have connected, it's read it properly and it's good to go. Only then I would suggest buy the actual map packs and then start doing it. So that's what we're going to do today. Just a little quick plug really is if you like the channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't, and click the like button icon as well. It really helps. It just gives me feedback, because I don't know whether people like this or not. It takes a lot of time to do. If anybody who does videos themselves, a 15-minute video takes probably 2 to 3 hours of editing afterwards to do it. So sort of giving up time to do it, don't mind doing it, but obviously if, in a nice way, if nobody likes it, nobody subscribes, then not going to bother. But if that's the kind of feedback that I get, then I'm happy to do more and more. Now I have bought the ECU cable and obviously connected my laptop up as well, because I am going to do another video about fitting the speed limit indicator. So BMW have a nice fancy add-on that's a fortune when you spec the car, which has got cameras and everything, but this box basically sits behind your instrument cluster and it reads the navigation only. So I am stressing that it's the navigation only, but it reads the speed limit of the navigation and then shows it on the instrument cluster, and I've got head-up display and actually will show it on the head-up display as well. So that's on its way. I'm going to do a quick video on that as well and show people how that works. So without further ado, I'm going to start now doing the flash and let you guys come along with me. So as if by magic, we've changed the camera around. So what we've got now is the ECU cable, which I'm going to plug into the OBDII port. It's got an Ethernet on the other side. You can still get this for the iOS and Android devices. You'll just need an adapter, Ethernet RJ45 adapter to either Lightning or USB Type C, which I think is the Android devices. And then plug the cable. Let's have this down here. Plug that cable into the Ethernet of the laptop, and then we can carry on. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. So I've loaded up the app that I've already downloaded, and it's signed me in because I've already got the account. So what I now need to do is I now need to connect. So what I need to do first of all is just put it into ignition stage 1 on there. What I've done is I've blanked off the screen just to save a bit of power. I've also put the headlamps into 0 off rather than auto. We can actually turn off the AC and everything as well, and all that lot, because we don't need it. And one thing we do, and we'll do it now anyway, but it does tell us later, is to put the seat belt in. So if you put the seat belt in, what that does is it will now not put it into sleep mode and power down, which we don't want to happen when we're in the middle of flashing it. So what we now need to do is, if we click on connect, it's now going to searching for an adapter, which it's found it. It's now loading up the vehicle, and it has found the vehicle that's in there. And that's all okay. It's right-hand drive, that's good. Yep, everything is all okay, and I know that's my chassis number as well. Some of this will be a little bit blurred out, obviously for privacy settings. So the first thing you need to do now, as I mentioned before, is you need to be able to have the flash license and then the map pack. Now obviously depending on this, it's Reddit. Once you activate the code against these two, it is locked into that VIN number. So you can't then start sharing it with your friends. So make sure once you've bought it that you are happy to apply it to the vehicle in question, which we are. Okay, so we have now applied the license and the map pack. The first thing it said is we now need to download the files. So we'll download the maps, and that may take a minute or so. So it's 18 meg of files, so not a massive amount. And there we go. That was quick. So we've got everything on here. So we'll go to the settings. Gear display on. Definitely need that. So that looks all okay in there. Back to our car again. So what we now need to do, right, let's just check that we've got plenty of battery power. 100% battery, that should keep us going for a while. So then we want to flash. So this is now where we can choose the stages if we want to. So the stage 3 gives us the torque limiter removed, gear display in all modes, raised line pressure, comfortable shifts, revised shift maps, torque converter minimised in lower gears. So that torque converter slip, that is quite annoying, so I'm glad that's on there as well. Full Eco Pro functionality and everything in, and that is fine. Select the version. Well, we'll have the latest version. Why wouldn't you? So seatbelt is fastened, the ignition is turned off, headlamps, AC and everything is turned off, and flight mode, well, it's a laptop, but it is in focus assist as well. So put that in. Now it does also tell us as well that we start getting transmission faults and errors and everything all over the place, which is perfectly normal. That's fine, don't worry about it. And now it's applying the flash, which is actually quite quick. Now one thing as well is you have to drive it about 80 kilometers, 50 miles normal. I don't know whether it's resetting any of the gearbox settings, but you have to just basically drive nice and steady, just let everything settle in, and before you start giving a little bit of beans. I'm sure hopefully we'll notice it as well. So we're going to do this. See how long this takes. There are things we'll have to do as well, so driving stabilisation, transmission, all these kind of errors. So it should clear all of these when it gets to the end. It's got to apply everything to start with. So it's nearly there. That's cleared all the faults. And that's done that. That was very quick, very painless. So that now theoretically should be sorted. We will power off shut that down. Let's power off the car. I'll leave it off for 30 to 40 seconds. Let it go into proper sleep mode, and then we'll power it back on again and just make sure we can select the gears. So what we'll do is let's close that up, just move that to one side temporarily. move my seat forwards back into its normal position. I needed it far back so that I could get the laptop in front of the steering wheel. So, starting the car. That's good. So what we'll do, let's put it into reverse. Back into drive. No faults. That's all okay. That's brilliant. So what we'll do now is I'm going to obviously have to drive it for about 50 kilometers. I'm going to do that and then come back to you guys.